Hi guys, welcome to another audio video, and I'm reading Isaiah 24 of the King James Version Bible, and it reads, Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with his master, as with the maid, so with her mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly emptied and utterly spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word. The earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth, all the merry-hearted do sigh. The mirth of tabrets ceaseth, the noise of them that rejoice endeth, the joy of the harp ceaseth. They shall not drink wine with a song, strong drink shall be bitter to them that drink it. The city of confusion is broken down, every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone. In the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. When thus it shall be in the midst of the land among the people, there shall be as the shaking of an olive tree, and as the gleaning grapes, when the vintage is done. They shall lift up their voice, they shall sing for the majesty of the Lord, they shall cry aloud from the sea. Wherefore glorify ye the Lord in the fires, even the name of the Lord God of Israel in the isles of the sea. From the uttermost part of the earth have we heard songs, even glory to the righteous. But I said, my leanness, woe unto me. The treacherous dealers have dealt treacherously, yea, the treacherous dealers have dealt very treacherously. Fair and the pit and the snare are upon thee, O inhabitant of the earth. And it shall come to pass that he who fleeth from the noise of the fair shall fall into the pit, and he that cometh up out of the midst of the pit shall be taken in the snare. For the windows from on high are open, and the foundations of the earth do shake. The earth is utterly broken down, the earth is clean, dissolved, and the earth is moved exceedingly. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall punish the host of the high ones that are on high, and the kings of the earth upon the earth. And they shall be gathered together as prisoners are gathered in the pit, and shall be shut up in the prison, and after many days shall they be visited. Then the moon shall be confounded, and the sun ashamed, when the Lord of hosts shall reign in Mount Zion, and in Jerusalem, and before his ancients gloriously. Alright guys, so in this chapter we see where the prophecy is given that the earth will enter into desolation. So not just Syria and not just Egypt, but the whole entire earth, and it shall fall into desolation because of all that has happened, because the people have turned away from the laws of God and from the ordinances that God had given when he had given these things unto Moses and told him that it should be continued by the children of Israel in perpetuity. And we know that they had turned aside from it, and that's the reason why the Lord had allowed them to go into bondage. But the entire earth will be cleansed because they have come to know about God, and they've come to know about God's laws. And even for those that weren't following after the Lord, they were also made aware of all the laws of God and the ordinances. And if we recall, when Israel was indeed a mighty nation, then foreigners had come in, and foreigners had seek to know their God and would have also learned some of their precepts. And also, if you recall, right, what am I saying, the tabernacle? Right, so the Ark of the Covenant was also taken from Israel, okay, and that would have contained certain information that the persons who took it would also get to understand and know God better, but they did not. And for this, they have remained in their own way. The Lord is causing a cleansing to happen throughout the earth. No. And so he speaks of the fact that new wine is needed, and he speaks of the vine, and we know that whenever an allusion is made to wine and the vine, then this is speaking about believers. And so we see that he needs believers, and he said that there will be few men left in the earth because after the desolation, okay, because there will be a purge, a cleansing, right? So guys, I'm gonna leave that right there. Please remember to continue to walk in your salvation. And if you've not yet gained it, then seek it. There's no better time to begin than the present. Have yourselves a blessed day.